Hey guys, welcome back to the building game, right? That's what this is.
I think that is what this is called now.
Sorry, we're stealing it from Captain Sparkles. Um,
That's not the bling.
oh well,
I mean, Captain
I've just
Sparkles
been
does things.
watching. I've just been watching Aurelian and Captain Sparkles and Bash, and I've just been watching building game recently. Don't hate me.
Yeah, that's a great group to watch. So let me scoot back here. So we have decided to have a topic while we're building, so we don't just ramble on about nonsense.
Oh, but rambling was fun.
It was. I told people that they need to be computer scientists. It was a good day.
And be more rambly.
You need more ramble in your life.
For he is the.
So, anyway, so we decided to get a topic this time, and I think we got a good one for you. This is going to be our top 5 games separately. So, we thought probably for 15 minutes, 20 minutes about this. So we probably have games in this list, or we probably have games that have been out that we are not remembering that make this top 5 list. But
It's true.
anyway,
This is not comprehensive. Not guaranteed to be comprehensive, anyway.
so we separately, that's the big deal. We separately picked our top 5, and we did not tell each other what the top 5 were. So you could get you could get the actual reactions from us. So
There's some more quartz for you, by the way.
thank you. I actually needed that a lot.
Yes, I thought that you might.
So anyway, starting at number 5, would you like to start, Frank, or would you like me to start?
You could start.
All right. So my number 5 is a weird one. I chose it because it has special meaning to me, more so than it was a great game. It's weird. So my number 5 is Rome Total War.
Ah, yes. This makes sense. To me, anyway.
Yeah.
Now, why don't you inform the viewers?
So Rome Total War, for those of you that haven't played it, is an RTS on a massive scale. You are controlling full, like, I guess the largest about gate was like 2,000 on 2,000. So you're controlling 2,000 people per side. It's insane, and it's a great. The entire Total War series is a great series. I really recommend it. But the reason that it is in my list is not because it was an amazing game, which it was. It was an amazing game, don't get me wrong. But it's actually on my list because it's where I got my first guild. Like my first guild, the Lords of Midnight. And just such a good guild. It's the kind of guild that you only dream about getting. We played Rome Total War for probably 2 years before we moved on, and it was a great 2 years. And then following that, we moved on to Guild Wars, which was another great, like, 5 or 6 years. In Guild Wars, we got up to be the number like 12 guild in the world. Number 12. And,
Which is pretty impressive if you realize the size of Guild Wars.
yeah. And that was in guild versus guild matches. We were number 12. But, just an amazing group of people. And that is why Rome Total War is on my list. But it is a great game. If you've never tried it, you can probably find it for free. It's so old now. And its predecessor's out now. So, anyway, Frank, what was your number 5?
My number 5 was, admittedly, not quite as exciting, I guess. You guys would do competitive stuff in Rome, right?
Yeah,
From
yeah.
my recollection. Yeah. Anyway, Yes, my number 5 was actually Pokemon Sapphire.
Pokemon Sapphire. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that with you. It was not what I was thinking of.
Yes. Well, for me, Sapphire is my number 5 slot because it was the first Pokemon game that I played to completion, and by completion I don't mean I've beaten the Elite Four. By completion I mean I finished the Pokedex. That was a creeper.
You exploded something.
Yeah, not too much, thankfully. That's what I get for not paying attention. Anyway, no, I put it in my top list because I actually completed the Pokedex for the first time in that game. A friend of mine sat down when we were in high school, and I guess maybe a little bit in middle school, and we went through and we did a lot of trading and a lot of fairly difficult things in order to go through and get all of those numbers, essentially. And it was a good time. Just, spent a lot of time with the game, and really, really enjoyed it. I'm actually really excited for those remakes that are coming out later this year.
I was about to ask you how excited you were for that.
Yeah, Drew and I may have geeked out. Drew, another friend of ours,
Also plays on the server.
He's also something of a Pokemon nut, but we geeked out pretty hard when they announced those games. I'm going to be honest.
Oh man, what announcement too! It was just no warning whatsoever. It's just like, by the way, we're planning on doing another Pokemon game.
Yeah, it was really out of the blue, and it was right before E3. So like, it was maybe the most unexpected announcement I've ever seen from Nintendo, but it was one that's been anticipated a long time, at least by me, and I don't know, it was good. But yeah, so that's my number 5 game.
So, my number 4. You are looking at it. This game, Minecraft, obviously. This game is amazing. For those younger viewers, you may not realize how much of a difference this game has made to gaming, but this game has really revolutionized games, really revolutionized sandbox, and it's an open stage. You can do anything. You want to build the Eiffel Tower, go build the Eiffel Tower. It's just, no game before this could you do that.
Mm-hmm. And no game really after has matched the experience.
No, yeah, definitely not. None of the copies can match the experience. But this really started a revolution of gaming. Like, let's see. You got Terraria, 7 Days to Die, Starbound, Space Engineer. Just it really opened up a whole new genre of game, and just amazing. You got a creeper coming, Frank?
Thank you.
It really just opened up that genre and really defined sandbox, and it also defined one of the lesser things about today's games, which is early access. It's not.
I didn't blow up anything important, I promise.
That's good. But yeah, it was the first game, one of the first games to really do the early access thing. And all games after it have followed in their footsteps, because why not get money straight away? But
yeah,
anyway,
it's a good system.
I've gone away from
or an interesting system, I should say.
I've gone away from the game. The best part about this game is that it is constantly updated. Like,
yeah, that's for sure.
That's another thing that just it's setting a precedent on. This game is only still popular because it's still coming out with updates, and it really, in all honesty, this should probably be higher on the list. Is how much I love this game.
Yes, and I'm sure that we'll get a chance to talk about it a little later.
Is that a little foreshadowing there?
Maybe. Yeah, we're just gonna go with yes, sure, why not? Yeah, foreshadowing. Um, yeah, it's good pick though.
Thank you.
Yeah, my number 4 is actually Paper Mario.
Mario, I knew that one about you actually.
Yes.
That's one of the ones that I actually knew. So.
Yes, Paper Mario was actually the second game I think that I ever got on my N64. And this was revolutionary for me because as a kid, my parents really weren't super big on video games. So the very first game console that I ever got was an N64. Unlike I got to play some SNES, some NES, some Atari 2600. But my first gaming console that I owned was an N64. And because of this, I really I didn't get to play very many RPGs, if you will. And so it was really Paper Mario that introduced me to the game genre, actually. Oh, God. Freaking creepers.
Yeah, we had a nasty night.
Apparently. I gotta fix Drew's Plaza here. Yes, but this Paper Mario that introduced me to the RPG genre, which you'll find out as we go through the list. There are a number of RPGs on my list of top games. And
there are none on mine. But that is why I actually have one,
technically speaking. Well, you could argue that we're role-playing as a character named Steve right now. But I digress. Yes, so Paper Mario is my number 4 there.
Good choice. So down to number 3. My number 3 may also be on your list. I don't know. I don't know if you like this game enough. But I've kind of clumped them together. My number 3 is the Mass Effect series.
Yeah, that definitely counts as an RPG, bud.
Yeah, no, that's why I took it back. The first one especially. Yeah. So Mass Effect just kills it with story. I mean, the character development that they do, I don't think any game, almost no games can touch it. Let's put it that way. I think there are games that come close, but their character development is just amazing. And they really tell a really good story. My personal favorite of the series, some people may not like, because they're, as I just mentioned, I am not an RPG guy. So my favorite is not the first one. And I assume after saying that, you can probably guess what my favorite one is, because nobody likes the third one either. My favorite Mass Effect is Mass Effect number 2, and I thought that game was brilliant. A lot of people hated it because of it lost.
It's not the same as the first.
Yeah,
one.
It lost a lot of its RPG elements. It really did. It lost a lot of
It did. It lost a good
ton.
portion of it.
And people don't like change.
It's true.
They never will.
And it was also around the time that BioWare is a much different company now than when they were making Neverwinter or KOTOR, and this is very obvious to me anyway, in the second Mass Effect, which is fine. There's different strokes for different folks, I guess is the way the old saying goes.
Yeah, but yeah, just really, what really put it on my list was just the storytelling. That's what puts most games on my list, in all honesty. I think a good story is important.
It's definitely paramount.
I think that it's more important. I think that it's only trumped by gameplay.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree, but personally, I will actually even take a good story over gameplay sometimes.
Every once
Now,
in a while.
it can't be an abysmal game. Don't get me wrong, because there's a reason that it's a game. But I will, like I said, sometimes.
No, I can see that. But yeah, so number 3, Mass Effect.
Good choice. Let's see here. Oh, I may have gone. Well, my number 3 is Persona 4, actually.
Persona 4, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, you're still playing that, aren't you?
I actually just finished that up.
Really?
Yes, so I well, by just, I mean, I finished it up a week or two ago. It was, and I'm actually kind of going through my second playthrough. I haven't been quite as diligent about it because I've been doing things like recording Minecraft. But
this is going to change, by the way, what I'm looking at. It has to be a holder.
Fair enough. Yes, so I picked up Persona 4. When I picked up a Vita, I realized it was about 3 or 4 months ago that they were very sufficiently changing the way that the Vita was made, meaning that they're changing the screen to be an LCD screen as opposed to an OLED screen, and personally that was enough to convince me to pick one up. So, because I'm a big fan of portable games, I was early adopter on the 3DS, but they introduced this new screen, and so I decided to pick up one of the older screen Vitas before they disappeared for forever. And so with that, I picked up Persona 4, and it originally came out on the PS2, but I played it first on the Vita as Golden, so it had a little bit more content. But I really ended up liking it a lot, obviously, since it's number 3 on my top list of games of all time. But it just this was a case in which the gameplay, it really wasn't anything new, but it was the story here that really drove the game forward for me. It was really cool to see that all come together, especially in a game when games sometimes get put down for their lack of ability to carry a story.
Yeah, I mean, well, some of them deserve it.
I'm not disagreeing there. But it was something that I really enjoyed. So, yep, that was my number 4 or 3. Trace.
All right, getting down to top 2.
Yes.
So my number 2. Would you like to hazard a guess?
Number 2. No, I don't have anything.
All right. Well, it's a newer game. Relatively. It's newer than the rest on my list, I think. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's newer than all the rest of my list. It's a free roam game. Based in a city.
Mm-hmm.
Any guesses now?
Crackdown.
It's close.
My guess would actually be Saints Row 3.
Oh no, but I did love that game a lot.
So did I.
It's actually GTA 5.
Well, of course.
Oh, this game. Never has a game come so close to perfect. It is really, really amazing. It's so amazing that I will be rebuying it when it comes to PC.
I'm not saying something, guys.
Yeah, I don't rebuy games.
I,
It caught a lot of flack because
it certainly did.
people didn't feel like the online was ready, which I don't know about that. I feel like the online was pretty darn good. It still is pretty darn good. My only issue with the game was that it was on console.
Fair enough.
I'm not the biggest of console players anymore. I used to be a huge console player. In fact, I used to only play console.
Yep, I remember those days.
But I've slowly, as you grow up and lose friends, I guess, you start having less of a reason to own a console and more of a reason to own a PC to stay connected with everybody. So I've moved on to that. But GTA 5, it is amazing. Like, it starts raining, people run out of the rain. You go swimming, fish swim away from you.
Oh man, it's got that classic.
It's next gen, Frank. Classic. It's next gen.
At this point,
it had everything. Literally everything. It had the story. It had amazing gameplay, especially the switching between 3 characters. That just
mind blowing.
Oh man, it's a whole new dynamic. Great driving. They took the driving from it was like Midnight, their
Midnight Club.
Yeah, Midnight Club, their racing game. And it's amazing. Much better than GTA 4, which GTA 4 is still on my list of favorite games, definitely. It has online that is constantly being updated for free. I can't recommend it enough. It is just a wonderful game. Of course, if you are old enough to play it, it is definitely a mature game.
Well, have any of the GTAs been anything else?
No.
Good answer.
They have not. They
definitely have not.
They're about the most mature game. They're the mature game that the news uses to talk about mature video games. They are literally the definition of mature. Anyway, so yeah, that's my number 2. And
gotcha.
I really love that game. I can't wait for you to get to actually play it when it comes to PC.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, for those of you not in the know, it was just recently announced that that will be coming to next gen consoles and to PC owners finally. Thank you, Rockstar. Thank you, based Rockstar, I guess.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to getting a chance to play that someday soon. Yeah, but anyway, my number 2 game has actually already been mentioned on this list. Yes. And that would be actually Mass Effect 2.
Really? No way.
Yes.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I really liked Mass Effect 2. I actually went.
It's really 2. Wow.
Yes, I actually went back. I started playing Mass Effect 1 specifically for the purpose of playing Mass Effect 2. Wow. But I didn't actually finish Mass Effect 1, so, call me a heathen. I'm sure people will.
I'm sure that'll be a word.
I really enjoyed Mass Effect 2, actually. And not just for the story. While the story was alright, I felt like it kind of petered at the end, unfortunately.
It did.
And didn't necessarily know where it was going. But, that happens sometimes in RPGs, and I didn't really begrudge it for it. What I really liked about the game, actually, was the gameplay.
Really?
Like I said before, it was really, I'm pretty sure anyway, I could be 100% wrong with this, but it felt like it was a transitional game, between between BioWare getting to work on KOTOR and stuff, and well, that's not Clay. And but regardless of that, I really liked the way that it played, and it had really solid mechanics, even for the fact that it was an RPG slash shooter, I guess. Um,
Loosely RPG.
yeah, I mean, well, it's an action RPG. Like, so many action RPGs are definitely just loose RPGs. But yeah, I was this game I really dug, and for the reasons you obviously already outlined, and for the fact that it made me want to play more of it, and not just for the story. That's what gave it the number 2 spot on the list, actually.
Yeah, so you like it for the gameplay. I like it for
the
story slash character development. I think both are great reasons, in all honesty.
Yeah, it was, like I said before, it was really solid. Like, quite solid.
Okay. So now we're to our number 1 games. And I don't think Frank is going to be surprised whatsoever. Because this is a game that I freaking love. And in fact,
To death. We'll just...
Oh man, yeah. It's actually the series that I love, not just a single game out of the series. Would you like to say it, Frank?
I'm going to hazard a guess that it is My Little Pony. Friendship is magic. No, it's definitely Portal.
Portal, yep. Yeah, Portal 1. Portal 1 blew my mind, in a good way.
I guess it could be blown in a bad way. But...
Yeah, I remember in Portal 1, I loaded up the game. I get to this point where it's teaching you that portals are 2 ways, right? And so it's before it actually gives you the portal gun. It gives you the single shot gun, so you can only shoot the blue portal, and it places an orange portal in the middle section. So there's 3 sections. There's the one you start on, the middle section, and an end section. And that middle section has the orange portal. So I shoot my blue portal into my wall, walk out the orange portal, and I sit there for like an hour trying to figure out how I'm supposed to get to the next part. I had to stop playing the first portal 2 or 3 times because my head hurt. Like,
it's good a reason as any.
It was amazing. And then I'm like, okay, Valve, you're releasing Portal 2. How can you do it better? Like, there's no way. And they did. And and what I really love, like, on top of great puzzle just puzzles, the characters, oh my gosh, I've never laughed harder in a video game. They, like, and it's crazy. There are like 3 characters in Portal 2. There's 1 character in Portal 1.
It's true.
Like, Portal 1 has GLaDOS. She's the only one who talks.
This was a triumph.
Portal 2 has Wheatley, GLaDOS, and Cave Johnson as their 3 characters.
Combustible lemons.
And they are all amazing. If you have never played the Portal series, put down whatever you're eating, go to Steam, buy it for like $1, and play that. Or go to like if you're a console gamer, go get the orange box for like $1. Literally $1.
Yeah, they're definitely well worth the investment for sure. It's just those are 2 other games that, for counting series, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. 2 other games that are just like quite amazing. I mean,
No,
we both sat through Portal 2, or we both watched you play through Portal 2. Like, there are a lot of good things about it.
oh man, yeah. We were talking about this today. We may pick up a Portal 2 series just for
kicks.
For kicks, yeah. For y'all.
Oh yeah, it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we'd have a good time in the co-op. All right, Frank.
All right, my number one game. Do you have any guesses?
I think I do. I don't know. See, I don't know if this is your favorite. Or this is just a game you like. So let me 20 questions though.
Okay.
Not 20 questions. Is it a series?
No.
No. That
narrows it down a bit.
Okay. Okay, I know it. Okay, I have like 2 guesses now.
Well, I've definitely given hints already this video.
Oh, of course, it's Minecraft.
Yes.
Oh man, I wouldn't put. Wow, number 1.
Well,
Congratulations, Minecraft.
I thinking about it. For the amount of time that we've put into this game,
Oh god, I don't even think about it.
and for the amount of fun that we've had, just from you, I, and our old roommate Ashton, just sinking random hours into it to recording stuff. Like, Minecraft's more than just a game for me. In a lot of ways, it's a hobby almost.
Yeah, it really is. I totally agree with you. Like I said, I should have probably placed it higher on my list.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe it's not my number one game. Like I said, we did only, like Andrew said at the beginning of the video, we did only take 20 minutes or so to think through this, but it's definitely up there. And for the amount of time that we've put into it, even just today,
Yeah, I mean,
it's definitely close.
it's great, and the real great thing about it is you can make any game you want in here. The modding community is huge. If you don't like the vanilla game,
Gargantuan, even.
yeah, just millions of mods, and you just, I don't know, this game, like I said, this game's like a stage. You don't play Minecraft. You go to Minecraft to have an adventure, I guess. Or you go to Minecraft to tell your own story.
Right.
You don't go to Minecraft to get a story told to you.
Yeah, and it's just a lot of game for we paid what
we paid like
$15
$10 back in the day.
$10 to play this game, and just even for the the staggering amount of content that's been put out for it, there's still things to do in this game that other people have never done.
You're right.
And so that is what makes this game, at least for today, my number one.
I like it. I think it's a great choice. I really think it's a great choice. So we've actually been going a little while, but I wanted to mention we wrote down some runner-ups, or at least I did. I just wanted to briefly mention those. I had 2. One of which is Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Good choice. Good choice.
Roller Coaster Tycoon, really one of the first sandboxes. You'll if you're on the internet long enough, you're gonna hear a random crappy fact that the guy wrote Roller Coaster Tycoon all in assembly code, which, if you aren't a computer scientist, doesn't mean anything to you. If you are a computer scientist, you go, yeah, right.
Yeah.
And But that's just a fun fact they like to throw around. But it's a great game. It really is. 1, 2, and 3. People gave 3 a lot of crap, but 3 is as much of a game as 1 and 2 were. People just nostalgia too hard. And then my other one is Perfect Dark. For those of you who don't know, Perfect Dark was on the N64. I believe the story goes it was supposed to be a James Bond game, but the James Bond studio dropped that, or
Label.
It's either they dropped them or Perfect Dark had already made the game and brought it to them, and they said no. But it's just, oh man, what a game. They had a lot of some of you may remember GoldenEye, which would also be on my list for the N64. It had a lot of GoldenEye levels on it. But it had just probably one of the biggest catalog of weapons you have ever seen in a video game. Not counting Borderlands. Just amazing game. Do you have any on your list, Frank?
Yes, I did. One of them already made a previous appearance. Well, I guess series. Portal was definitely up there.
Nice.
As you may or may not have guessed from our discussion about it. Let's see here. Also, the 2-team Meat games, Binding of Isaac and Super Meat Boy.
I really thought that was going to be your number one. That's what I was going to guess. I was going to guess Super Meat Boy.
Yeah, I've put a lot of time into Super Meat Boy, and it's definitely a super polished platformer. And that's why, it was on my runners-up. I probably should be on the list somewhere, but it's hard to remove any of the other ones.
That's the way I felt too.
And then finally, I put, I don't know if it's really fair to have 4 runners-up.
No,
but
is. Yeah, I put as many as I could think of.
But I also put Tales of Symphonia, which is, another RPG for the GameCube.
It's a JRPG, right?
It is. It is. I guess that's the second JRPG on the list because of Persona.
This is the only type of game that I actually loathe.
But it's more of an action RPG, unlike most JRPGs that I've played.
I will agree that is more tolerable than
the most.
Most, yeah.
Yes, but yep, and that's our list. Is
all right. So this place, wow, like, come on. It is coming together already.
I think it looks pretty good.
Like, wow. This is crazy. Let's
go take a tour of the Knot Roof.
Wow, yeah. It's just, like, the inside and the outside both just coming together really well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to, I think, we do one more episode and we can finish it up.
I think so, too. Come walk in the front door and look at the pattern on the ground. Tell me what you see.
Oh, man. This looks like a face.
It does. I'll have to change things. I walked in, I was like, oh, okay. It's like just staring right back at you, yeah. Okay, well, I'll fix that next episode.
Yep.
All right.
But, thanks for
those were our top 5.
Gander.
Yeah.
Yes. And we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Peace.